Hey everybody, my name is James Melzer. I'm with MovieWeb, and today I am talking to the great Matthew Modine, who stars in the new movie Hard Miles, which hits theaters on April 19th. Matthew, it's a pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, James. Now I'm going to insist that everybody call me the great Matthew Modine
That's
from now
right.
on.
It's
That's my
well
new
deserved.
title.
Congratulations on a great movie. I was so moved by this picture and the story and the life of Greg Townsend and what he did with these kids at Ridgeview Academy. So I guess my first question is, what was it like for you to get to portray the embodiment of a man who touched the lives of so many people? And it had to be a great honor, right?
Oh, it's absolutely a great honor. You know that this is what I mean. My grandparents, my mother and father, they taught me how important it is to when you see someone who's slipped or fallen, to be able to offer your hand and help them up. That when you see somebody that's uh, uh, on the side of the road with a flat tire, how important it is to pull over and help them to change it. You know, because we never know when our fates may change, and we're the person on the side of the road with the flat tire, or we've slipped and fallen. So the what Greg Townsend has done for so many hundreds of young people with his program of rehabilitation and helping people to build bicycles and go on long rides to learn to work together as a team. It wasn't just a great opportunity for me to act in this film, but it was a great opportunity for me to learn and to give me an opportunity to be a better human being.
That's awesome. Did you have access to Greg? Did you get to talk to him and sort of observe his mannerisms to help, inform your acting choices?
Yeah, Greg was with us every mile of the journey. You know, he and where we would all pile in the van and go to the top of a mountain or go head out to the desert, he always rode there. So he would wake up an hour and a half early to make those journeys on bicycles. So you know, when we were doing dozens and dozens of miles over the course of a day, Greg, by the time he got to work and had his cup of coffee uh, on set, he may have already done 150 miles. You know, he's he's what Lee Ermey in Full Metal Jacket would have said. He was born again hard.
That's awesome. I was actually going to kind of bring that up. That you kind of segued into my next question. I mean, this isn't the first time you've, shot a film under difficult conditions. Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick, you were out in the heat. You had to go through Marine Corps training. Here, you had to go through, cycling school, and again, you're out in the heat all day. I mean, obviously, Kubrick and Daniel Hanna, they're two different directors, but comparing then to now, I mean, can you compare the experiences at all?
No, they're incomparable. What
Right.
I say about directors is they all make love, but they all do it a little bit differently. Daniel is a very different person than Stanley Kubrick, and I don't think that he's trying to be the next Stanley Kubrick. I think he's trying to be the next Daniel Hanna and do the best job that he can with the opportunities he's given and the scripts that he writes. I love Daniel. He's a terrific, and I love Stanley Kubrick. I learned a lot. I was 25 years old when we were making that film, and we were together for 2 years. So it's difficult for me to compare the experience of working with Kubrick with anybody else. But Daniel and I now have worked together. This is our second film together. We made a movie called Miss Virginia, a true story about a lady who was working to get the voucher system for public education, be able to use money that you pay in taxes to go to
Mhm.
private schools. A wonderful movie. And I had such a good time working with him. It was easy for me to say yes to Hard Miles.
That's fantastic. Yeah. In terms of the kids, I mean, you've been around young actors before, Stranger Things, and now here. What was it like to team up with this particular group of kids and sort of work together to bring Greg's story to life? Did they look to you for guidance, I guess?
Um, I suppose so. They liked hearing my stories, you know, because I've been in the business now for 4 decades and made hundreds of movies and television shows and done plays. So it was wonderful to be able to share those stories. And hopefully the advice I gave was beneficial and helped them to be able to avoid some of the pitfalls that exist in the motion picture industry, um, and to always remember that when you come into someone's home on television, when you're projected onto a motion picture screen bigger than life, or when you're standing on a stage in a theater, that people are looking up at you. And so the things that you do and the things that you say will have an impact on their lives. And it's an important thing to always remember when you're performing, is that the things that you do and the things that you say have significance and power.
That's
It
awesome.
can be, it can become a tool of propaganda, is what I'm saying.
Right,
Or
yeah.
it can be a tool that helps us to find joy and amusement, and sometimes even live better lives.
Absolutely. Well, Matthew, I really want to thank you for your time. It is a fantastic movie. It's very heartwarming. I think it's what people need to see right now. It's one of those uplifting stories that really brings families together. So kudos to you and Danielle and the kids for making a great movie. And again, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so, so
Thanks,
much.
James. I agree with you.